Now, let's say you're a law-abiding citizen, not a criminal, and you decide to take your own car, take a road trip with your buddy all the way to Mexico. Now, what's the worst that can happen? I'll just tell you the worst and the least worst that can happen. Worst, you get pulled over by the cartel.
Out of nowhere, a truck races past.
Oh God, they have guns.
Gunmen leap out.
Least worst, you get pulled over by the police. Now, I'm gonna teach you how to deal with the police like a real Mexican does, not like a foreigner, so that you don't get ripped off like most foreigners would.
Gunmen leap out.
These dumb fools were out bird watching in the middle of nowhere. Never do that.
Tom does his best to hide his terror, while Aaron speaks to the gunman as best he can.
Please, what? No, please don't kill us.
I'm gonna teach you how to handle it like a real Mexican, and at the very end, I will link an older video of mine on how to stay safe in Mexico. Taking an American car is very likely it'll get stolen.
It was right here. It's been stolen. I want to file a report.
A report will not help you find your car.
What?
The police won't find your car.
What?
You are the police.
What?
You're gonna call this man, and he'll find your car for you.
What?
I don't get it.
How is this guy going to know who has our car?
The police will tell.
What?
Why will they tell him and they won't tell us?
Because we pay him, stupid. Right? And he pays the police and suddenly our car appears.
Is correct.
Now forget about the car being stolen. There's worse things that could be stolen in Mexico, like your children. Your kids could be taken in Mexico, kidnapped for ransom, or put in the market for trafficking. Mexico is the #1 country in kidnappings. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I'll go to an area where there's a lot of police. Because, if I see a lot of police everywhere, a lot of cop cars on the street, it must mean I'm safe, right? Right? Well, al contrario, mis amigos. Many times, it's the police themselves doing the kidnappings, or at the very least, it's them helping the criminals, because, again, law enforcement is an entrepreneurial activity in Mexico. In all of Mexico, there's no exceptions. There are no real safe areas. Mexican cops be like.
Yo soy profesional, güey. Yo sí soy profesional, cabrón. Hago mi trabajo nada más.
Sorry for the girl. It was just business. I'm a professional.
That's what everybody keeps saying. I'm just a professional. Everybody keeps saying that to me. I'm just a professional. I'm just a professional. I'm getting sick and tired of hearing that. You understand?
No, please.
I still remember seeing down the barrel of the one guy's gun, thinking like, this is it.
No road trip is fun and cheap and exciting, but just take a freaking plane. Before you know it, you'll be out of the LA or Chicago or New York smog. A few hours, you're in Mexico, landing nicely and safely, and then you take a safe cab from the airport. This is one of the best ways to arrive. This is the first thing, right? You want to arrive there safely. So this is how to arrive to your destination safely. Don't do what these other morons did. Taking a cab, you're not driving, you're not renting. So you got that out of the way. You're not going to rent, you're going to take taxis or whatever. Nevertheless, you could still be arrested. 78% of all inmates get fed by their families. The ones that don't get fed by other inmates, or they have to work somehow to pay for their food. Nothing is free in prison. It's like anything else. It's an entrepreneurial activity.
Y gente que me alzaba la blusa para revisarme. Te tocaban.
Y eso es muy feo. Que nos hagan esto las custodias, que te toquen. Y que lo aguantes. Bueno, no te importa. No te importa que te toquen. O sea, como que no sabes para dónde hacerte. La verdad sí, estar en la cárcel sí es una porquería.
Now forget about the things that your family will go through, though. Don't wish that upon nobody. Worry about the things you will go through. An American was there. Story up next.
Dentro del reclusorio, tú no sirves para nada, no importas, no nada. O sea, no eres nadie. Eres un culo.
Scariest things in a Mexican prison that I got to see. I wish I could say that they were funny, like the US ones, but they weren't. They were actually pretty fucking serious and pretty messed up. In Mexico, they don't separate population. The only ones they do separate are like policemen. They had a unit in the back by medical where they would put police officers. That day when that guy came in, they had already started beating him with pipes. What? By the time he got through the unit, I want to say about, it's a pretty big unit, so it's a pretty big walk. By the time he got to the middle part of the prison, he was on the floor trying to put his hands down to like support himself, but he couldn't because all the bones on his hands were broken. What? So it was just kind of like jiggling around. Then when I turned to look over, they had actually put a broom up his ass. What? All the way where just the part that, sweeps. It's those big Mexican brooms that sweeps was the only part sticking out. What? Crazy. Like I had to take like a couple of like retakes because like it just didn't, it seemed unreal. It looked like a fucking cartoon, I'm not gonna lie. Let's just say he didn't make it. The most violent and crazy shit I saw in the Mexican prisons because crazy, like fuck just, I don't know how to even explain it. Like it was like bodies all over the fuck floor. It was fucking crazy, and I seen some of the most violent shit over there, and it would be like over soccer games. What? I mean, you name it. I mean, I've told you guys in the past, like respect was really big. And if you looked at anybody's daughter or wife or anything, oh, trust me, after visitation was gone, after everybody was gone, oh, they're coming to get you. What?
Sure, you share this video with all your amigos that might be going to Mexico, because you never know whose life this information might save. Now, the police.
Now, before you English-speaking people around the world start judging the Mexican police for the corruption, the bribery, and all that stuff, let me stop you right there. First, you have to understand that it's part of the culture and what bribe even means. It's mordida in Spanish. Mordida means bite. Now, why bite? That's because everybody's gotta eat, carnal.
Congratulations on making it so far. Now I'm gonna back up and start way earlier. Like way earlier, right? Before their shift even starts. The corruption already starts here. When I say it's part of the culture, I mean it's part of the culture.
That you would want to have, of course, is a gun, right? You need a weapon, you need a vehicle, a car, a motorcycle, right? Bulletproof vest, preferably a long weapon to go with. This is Mexico. If you want all of these things as a police officer in Mexico, guess what? You have to literally have money on you, like freaking cash, and you need to pay the guys that work behind, the guys that work in the cage.
Now that you guys kind of know what it's like to walk in a Mexican police officer's shoes, this movie is called Una Película de Policías, or One Cop Movie in Spanish. And, you know, they shows you racism too. Here they're picking on this kid because he's darker than they are. Yes, Mexicans are very racist. And I don't even know who's worse, the men or the women. As you guys see in this little clip right here, it shows you kind of like the reality of how it is there.
More than what he earns a month in order to have a gun, a sidearm, a long weapon, a vehicle, whatever. If he doesn't do that, then he can probably direct a stoplight that's broken with 0 toys on him. Literally, bro. You guys will see that in Mexico. If you go, you guys will sometimes see traffic police officers with no toys and no car. Those guys didn't pay anything to start that shift. The guys that actually paid something to start their shift are fully geared and ready to rob you.
Here in this clip, the mayor of Juarez is being told by El Chapo to work for plata or plomo, lead or money.
A few moments later.
When a